Hello lads, today we are trying out Steezy's SMX for St. Louis, the one we just had yesterday. And on top of that, I'm trying out some new settings, i.e. The main one is turning off automatic sit. There we go. There we go. I've been playing with that on for pretty much it. That's like, I already have most of the, what's it called? Assists off, but I've always kept that one on. But, I thought it was time that I learned to ride without it. Because, just how to get faster. So this is my first time riding a kind of a supercross. It's pretty much supercross without the sit help on. I've done some practice with it on motocross tracks. Hey, that's a boulder. Hello, game. So it's been an adjustment, that's for sure. But I've gotten pretty good at it on terms of supercross. I mean, motocross. But I'm still working on getting better with no sit help on supercross. Oh! Nice. Definitely helped me through sand sections like that. It's a different way of also with what's it called? With the sit help off, the way you turn is differently. You don't really counter lean. I don't know what the frick that was. But you don't really counter lean. You just kind of lean forward. And funny enough, the hardest part for me currently is not the standing up, it's remembering when I have to sit down. Dang, these are booters. Yeah, so like certain turns you want to sit down and stuff in, and I just gotta remember when to do that. Brake tap. Let's see if I can get this inside. Oh! It also helps with, what's it called? It helps with clearance. Okay, that was just a game. But, as we all know, there's a huge issue in this game where, your bars, while you're freaking turning, will hit the ground. Well, this actually helps a lot with that. Okay, I gotta figure this out. It's hard to do this while talking. Okay, yeah, you definitely want to sit there. But yeah, otherwise I haven't been too bad. It's just adjusting to certain things. I'm trying to find my flow again on tracks. I like this rhythm section. It's doable, but at the same time hard enough where you gotta hit your lines. There we go. That wasn't super clean, but it's getting better. Oh crap, I don't know how the wheel picked up there. I do notice that it's easier for the wheel to come up when standing out of corners, so don't really know. Oh, stretch, that's a stretch. It's down, go to the corner. There we go. Yeah, being able to manually sit and stuff helps with sections like that. Off the track. Roll it. Alright, so while I'm doing these laps... Oh wait, do you go this way? Oh, you do. Lol, I've been doing it wrong. So while I do some laps, let's talk about the track. As I thought by watching the race, this track does have a really good flow. I wonder how the aerial version is going to be. Obviously, I don't race aerial. But, like, people were saying that the race was very one line, which it kind of was, yeah, very much. But, the flow looks... I really like the way the track flowed, though. And, yeah, I could definitely see myself just rocking laps on this track. That is a massive jump for no reason. But yeah, there's a lot of fun things about the track. It just maybe didn't, for real life, it didn't make for very good racing. Then again, though, because we still ended up getting good racing. So... Oh, crap. And, like I said, this is, beside, like, a couple jumps being kind of, like, massive, and you gotta really, hit your mark in terms if you're on the 250, which I am. Steezy did another great job. He's been making good Supercross tracks all year, so like I have most, if not like all of the tracks he made for the Supercross series this year, and they're my go-to tracks if I want to race Supercross because they're just that good. And then he, yeah, like I said, he did a good job with this one. I did not try the Charlotte one, but that's just because I didn't think Charlotte's track was that interesting, whereas this one looked cool on the broadcast, so I was like, I can't actually wait to try and ride on it in game, obviously. So as always, track link will be okay, hold on. The track link will be in the description, and jeez. And yeah, I highly suggest you get this track. It's another one of those good ones. And I guess might as well talk about while we're here, talk about the real life race, because that had some crazy moments, eh? Let's talk about 250s first, I guess. Deegan dominated. Joe was sick. The first moto, so nothing really to talk about the first moto. Second moto, Levi Kitchen decided to clean out Hayden Deegan, which was crazy, but you know, it's allowed. Maybe not that aggressive, but takeouts and stuff are allowed. So, especially, like, obviously for Levi's case, there wasn't too much online, but it's still allowed in the sport. I just would say it's probably not allowed to be that aggressive, so. But I think he only got a written warning, which makes sense because Levi actually hasn't done anything like this beforehand, so. But, I'll tell you what, though, he does have, he now has a massive target on his back. And unlike Deegan, I don't know how Levi will handle having somebody actively trying to come after him. Because Deegan's used to that. He knows everybody wants a piece of him, and he plays into that because he knows if he can get everybody else off their game, it's better for him because he's used to the pressure and stuff. So, yes, he's obviously mad about the takeout, but, like, you know, he's used to having people want to take him out, so. But Levi has the pressure, now has a target literally stamped right on his back. And now he's going to get criticism by all the super huge, crazy Deegan fans. And I'll be the first to say I like Deegan. He's probably my favorite 250 guy currently. But I'm not crazy enough to be like, oh, that was so blown out portion, he should have done that or disqualified or anything. That's racing. Because that's been part of the sport since the beginning of the bloody sport. So I don't know why people constantly are complaining about takeouts and stuff when it's allowed. It just can't be super aggressive in this case like Levi. But, you know, since he hasn't done anything, it's a written warning. But yeah, I saw a lot of people like really upset about it, and I'm just like, really? It's not that big of a deal. Plus, I still believe Deegan's probably going to be the one winning this chip, because he'll probably do a thing like what Tomac did in 2017 with Dungey and etc. And what tons of other 250 riders have done for championships, you know, Zach Osborne, to name one. Eli Tomac again for when he was battling Dean Wilson. So like I said, it's not new. But I definitely see somebody, it's either going to be Shimoda or Levi. They're going to get cleaned out. And to be honest, it might be Shimoda, because now Shimoda, all he has to do is finish second or higher, and he'll win if Deegan gets first. So Shimoda, he just has to make sure he's second at minimum. And Deegan knowing that, I think he'll be more worried about making sure Shimoda is not in second than trying to go after Levi. But let's not kid ourselves. If he has the chance to clean out Levi, he's going to. I mean, who wouldn't? I would. You know, you're not gonna come in on me and clean me out like that, break my freaking brake lever and not get away with it, bro. There's gonna be some retaliation. But yeah, so I assume next week is going to be quite entertaining just because of that. At least in the 250s. Whereas the 450s, they weren't bad. There was honestly, beside that second moto, more going on in the 450s than the 250s. And obviously Jet having that really good ride was impressive, especially on a track that was hard to pass on. So that was cool. Huge shout out to Ken Roczen on that first moto, being able to get second. Really good for him, especially because he's, compared to like other years, he hasn't been on the bike as much. Wow, the front end just decided to slide. And then massive shout out to Tomac. He got himself a nice solid third place. And you know, as a Tomac fan, you know, I'll take whatever I can get, you know. So third place is huge. Hunter, I mean, he went 1-3. That's about it. Nothing really too special. Seen it before, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think. I'm not really sure what was up with Chase Sexton. I don't know if the bike setup wasn't there today or yesterday or something else, but he looked like he was uncomfortable or couldn't really ride at the pace he wanted to. Which is funny saying that because he still finished what? Oh, well, I mean, second moto he finished 10th, but I think he crashed, so that happens. But first moto, even being uncomfortable, he still finished 4th. No, he finished 5th. So compare that. This is no shade to Tom Vial, but compare that to Tom Vial, who clearly also wasn't very happy with how the bike felt that first moto. And you know, there's the difference there. One's dropped down to like 11th, the other's still top 5. So anyways, so yeah, I mean, that 450 class had its moments, but you know, in the long run, it played out mostly fine. Just Sexton was off of it, off the podium, where I feel like most people had him on the podium, especially since it was, as you guys can see, more of a supercross track without whoops. I wish that, oh, on another note, I want them to design supercross tracks more like this, because this is a 6 design, and like we said, it pretty much is just supercross without whoops. Why can't they make designs like this for supercross, and then just add whoops somewhere in them? Like, I feel like in the 2000s and early to mid 2010s, we would get more unique tracks like this. So why can't we get tracks like this now? I mean, you clearly see they can design them. They would just have to touch up on some areas so it's not such a follow the leader kind of track. But otherwise, I thought this design of the track was really cool. So also, I'm dropping my lap time. Still making mistakes, but I'm getting better and figuring out when to sit down and not. Oh, that was really far. For some reason, I can get through the sand section okay, but this one, I'm struggling in. Alright, let's clean this up while we did that. But yeah, it's been an adjustment because I like to, I really like to ride the clutch in this game, use it. But with this, when you're standing up like this, you can't really. It's more about being smooth. So it's definitely been an adjustment for me. I still use it in corners where I sit down and stuff. I'll use it and still, but like if I'm standing up in a corner, you got to make sure you're smooth on throttle instead of using the clutch. Also, that was a fast lap, and I just screwed it up right there on the end. Bro, clearing that is hard. What else? I mean, that's really it. I mean, if you guys wanted to see a video of the settings I run, I guess I could make a video of that. But my settings are not, I have it, obviously I tailored it to the way I like it, but it's nothing any crazy. Just some nice, most of my settings are like even ground, so it's not like some's like really far this way or that. I have it more like balanced. Beside the rider lean thing, I have that all the way up to 85, which helps in the corners, you know, get the bike tilted over. So my settings are pretty basic. You guys probably run better ones, or ones that you would like way more than mine anyways. Plus, I'm not a professional. I'm not anywhere near being as good as the other guys. That was smooth. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm not sure if I just kind of babbled on. But I mean, track will be in description. That was my thoughts on Super Motocross, and as you can see, I'm getting quite comfortable with these new settings. Expect more videos out from me soon. The reason I've been lacking, I mean, I've been posting shorts, but lacking on the long form videos is just got a new job, and it's a overnight position, so I've been adjusting to that, and that's why I haven't really worked on any long form videos. But expect stuff from me start coming out again. Anyways, I will see you guys next time.